It's 1988, the last big fight night at the De Montfort Hall in Leicester. Audiences are dwindling and television is about to pull the plug on professional British wrestling. The sport all but died and American wrestling, more athletic, glamorous and violent, took over. But after a gap of almost a quarter of a century, British professional wrestlers are back in British rings.
A lot's moved on in 20 years, so wrestling's no different. We've just got to move with the times.
It can definitely come back and be bigger than it is, without doubt, without doubt.
Wrestling is the perfect thing for a family. Kids are all excited, and then you look out into the crowd and the adults have bigger smiles on their faces than the kids do.
Venues like Leicester are regularly sold out. John Shipley is the promoter here. He doubles up as a wrestler, the bad boy, hired gun John Dunn.
I think wrestling's making a comeback just because we're putting good family entertainment into it, really. I feel it appeals to all generations. You'll find at this LCW show we have children from as young as 4 years old, from people as old to 70 and onwards on, really.
On John Shipley's bill tonight is Xander, one of only 20 or so professional wrestlers in this country.
I don't need music!
He's been studying for a degree in advertising, but his mind is rarely on books and essays. He gets his kicks in the wrestling ring.
Since a very young age, wrestling has been my passion. Ever since I saw it when I was 12 years old, it's literally all I've ever wanted to do. I suppose the reason why I went into studying advertising was because I wanted a backup plan in case wrestling fell through. Like if I ever got injured badly or wrestling just didn't take off for me, I would always have a degree to fall back on.
Sticks from Nottingham is the second professional on the bill. Most of his opponents have day jobs. He doesn't.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday.
There's nothing like it. You know, I normally play the bad guy, you know, at the shows, and it's a lot of fun to almost manipulate the audience to make them act how you want them to act. You know, you want them to boo you, you get them to boo you. You want them to cheer the other guy, then they'll cheer the other guy. You know, and it's a strange sense of accomplishment that you can control that many people just with your actions, you know, or even your words.
Sticks knows the outcome before he enters the ring. He usually wins. Kayfabe is the art of portraying something as real when it's not. Everyone knows the fights are choreographed, but it's not important for the enjoyment of the sport.
I used to work in an office down in London, and I would come in and say, oh, did anyone see the wrestling last night? And they'd all say, oh, you know, that stuff isn't real. And then they'd say, oh, who saw EastEnders last night? You know, like it was a real thing. And I'm like, well, what's the difference, really? I mean, we call it escapism entertainment. You know, people come to a wrestling show to not worry about if it's fake, whether it's real. You know, they just come to have fun.
A month later, the biggest show is at the Bonus Arena in Hull. And the guest of honour is the old king of mystery and mayhem, Kendo Nagasaki, now 66 years old. Kendo is a samurai warrior and mystic who was born in Stoke-on-Trent. He's never uttered a word in public, yet he was perhaps the most famous wrestler of the golden era.
When I was young, I remember my father going purple, yelling and screaming at the television set, watching Kendo Nagasaki wrestle.
You've just seen a video of Kendo Nagasaki, which I think proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is the master of mystery and mayhem.
And then I finally went to a wrestling match in Wolverhampton, and I couldn't believe what it was like. The audience, as soon as he appeared, the audience just exploded. And I thought to myself, God, the building's going to come down.
Outside is Kendo's stretch limo. Present-day wrestlers have a long way to go before they acquire the wealth of the old stars. The whole show featuring Xander and Styx may be a template of the future of British wrestling. Keeping the old British sense of fun, but adding glamour and glitz, American style. Today, Alpha Female is one of the big draws. It's a contest between Beauty, known in the sport as Babyface, and the Beast. Beauty takes a battering, but comes out on top.
They see me and they feel so sorry for my opponent, so they automatically boo me. And as I'm from Germany, I think everybody hates Germany. The people have to be happy after the match, so you have to be really bad, so they love the babyface more.
For modern professional wrestlers, life is hard. Nathan Cruz is on the bill, and astonishingly, this is his 4th fight of the weekend.
A couple of our guys, for instance, next week will be working 12 bookings in a week. So they'll be wrestling 12 times in 1 week. Without the bookings, they can't live the life of a professional wrestler.
Even when they're not fighting, the wrestlers' bodies are getting a constant hammering. The next day, Styx and Xander are back in the gym, coaching aspiring young wrestlers.
We are athletes. We train very hard to do what we do, and we practice relentlessly to make sure that we can do it spot on each time. So there is that athletic nature to wrestling that is essential, but it's also about looking the part as well.
Dive straight over. 1, 2, bam. Very nice. Very dangerous. Even if it goes right, it's still painful. There's no such thing as fake gravity. You know, if you throw a 250-pound man somewhere and they land the wrong way, it's going to hurt.
With audiences on the rise, the next aims are to attract bigger sponsorship deals and get British professional wrestling back on television. For new professionals like Xander and Styx, the dream is to become as big as the Titans of yesteryear.